David De Gea, 7 shots on target,
He said
7
looking like
goals.
he's trying to wing this one into the
Let's
top.
go! Get on, play now! You wanna play?
Oh, he's laid it to his header. It's him.
And we're back. Welcome, people, to the 2023-24 season of the Final Third. We're in the building. I'm your host today, Banks, joined by my ever-faithful co-host, Lavish. It's been a while since we've been able to say that at first.
Nice to have you back, man.
How are you, man?
Have that, man.
How you feeling?
Like a champion.
Like a champion?
He's won nothing, but I'm still a champion. It's here that counts, man. I'm back and I'm better.
Was there any thoughts of last season lingering in your mind?
Nah, what you do is what I love this time of the season. It gives you a time to reflect. You know, you think we got so close, and then you feel like, you know what, we did it to ourselves. Yeah, so we go again, but this time we come back stronger. Like that's why I feel like a champion, because we know what the problem was.
What was the problem?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry. No.
Okay, cool. Today's video, we're gonna get into predictions for the 2023-24 Premier League season. Lots going on, lots to get into. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. We ain't even done nothing yet, but like the video anyway.
Fair enough.
Who's gonna win the Premier League, Shem?
Man, I want to. Okay, let me.
Say it.
No, I want. I don't want to be.
Already started two times.
Let me finish, man. Let me finish. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be. I don't have my Arsenal goggles on. I don't want to. But yeah, I feel like if I'm going to be completely honest, it's Arsenal.
It's Arsenal.
Yeah.
What's going to take you over the top? What's changed since last season?
I think we've got a couple new additions. Everybody's just.
Declan Rice takes you over the top.
Jesse, don't speak for me.
I'm asking you the question. You said you've got these.
I said we've got a couple additions. You mentioned one player.
Declan Rice is the biggest one. Does he take you over
the most
the top?
expensive one? He ain't the biggest.
He's the biggest one.
We got Timber. What's funny? What do you mean biggest in terms of height? What do you mean? What's funny? What's funny?
You signed Declan Rice for 120 million.
We signed him because we need him, but we need all three of them.
Yeah, but I'm saying, which one? How is that not your biggest signing?
He's the biggest signing. Yeah,
does he take? I'm asking
all three of them take us over the top. Yeah,
all three of them. Not Declan Rice.
No, all three of them take us over the top.
Havertz as well.
All three of them take over.
What did you think of that signing?
It confused me because firstly, I just didn't know what role he's going to play. Is he going to come and play false nine? Is he going to come replace Xhaka? But one thing I've seen Arteta do is get the best out of people we don't think is that good.
Name names. Who?
Granit Xhaka.
I'm not. To be fair, it's not for me to say.
Granit Xhaka's one, but in terms of when I mean not that good him specifically, but in terms of the other players, he's elevated some of the players already at the club that was questionable, not just by Arsenal fans, but by other fan bases. But Arteta's cemented their quality in everybody's minds.
There's been a couple quotes that's gone around this off-season that's made me given us an insight into the mentality of the Arsenal squad last season. I think Gabriel Jesus said that towards the end of the season, the squad got nervous. Ramsdale said multiple times he struggles to concentrate for 90 minutes. Do you have any worries about the mentality of this team?
I just don't think you should be saying these stuff.
No, I feel like
no. I mean, like I don't mean you saying it. I mean, I don't think the Arsenal players should be saying this stuff, because saying it in the first place just is a weak mentality. You just keep that to yourself and lock in yourself, as in lock in within the squad. We all know what happened. You don't need to come out and admit it, but. They are on. I respect the honesty, and they're right. We could all see the writing was on the wall. Like, they crumbled because it was kind of self-inflicted, rather than the narrative of like City were just purring and like City closed the gap on it. Arsenal self-destructed and City just carried on doing what they were doing.
In hindsight, I'm glad that Arsenal fans can see it now, because
we admitted we self-destructed.
No, I feel like last season. I feel like last season, a lot of Arsenal fans were saying, "Oh no, it started with the Liverpool one." You know, saying, "Oh, it's overconfidence." Like, we gave the game to Liverpool, and then said the same
we self-destructed.
But
Arsenal fans can admit they self-destructed. What they were trying to argue with is it's not a failure.
I think
that's a big difference between the two.
I think a lot of Arsenal fans were saying, like, last season, that it wasn't like a mental breakdown. For me, it was a mentality breakdown that Arsenal got into a position where they were in charge of the Premier League and the pressure got too much and they crumbled. I think a lot of Arsenal fans, like last season, without hindsight, were saying, you know what, it's overconfidence. In the moment, I feel like a lot of Arsenal fans thought it was overconfidence. Like, the team is not not locked in properly because we was especially that stretch where he was going 2-0 ahead and then throwing away leads.
Yeah.
I
was gonna. Okay, so that's on Arsenal, because I don't want to make this an Arsenal chat. We've held down the whole off season. We've held down most of the season, just being the box office team. But who do you think is gonna win the league this season?
I ain't even got United goggles on, but we get the 1 or 2 more. I'm going for United.
No, but you haven't got the 1 or 2 more. Who do you think is going to win the league?
I'm going United. I'm not gonna not say United.
So what are we doing here? Because you're not even being honest.
I'm being honest. Why can't I be honest?
Okay, so you believe Man United is going to win the league?
I honestly believe, and this is a bigger thing.
What's made you believe it?
Because of the fact that Man City are weakening. We have to think about the fact that from that squad that won the treble and done the three-peat, they're losing a lot of experience, a lot of winning mentality.
So they've lost Mahrez and Gundogan.
Gundogan, potentially Bernardo Silva, potentially Kyle Walker. I think there's one more that's left as well.
Laporte potentially as well.
Like a lot of the core of that like treble winning team is breaking up, and they're going to replace them with younger, still excellent players. You already know that Man City are not going to.
So Man City, you're saying Man City is weakening. Go on. And then, so you believe like once Man City is out of the picture, like Man United.
Man City aren't out of the picture. And
but once they're weakening Man City means...
it means there's a gap. For me, there's a gap.
For who? For you?
For anybody. For anybody that wants to be serious this
season. Your United goggles puts you there because you've not said anything. You've not... Because naturally, if we just do the maths, if we remove Man City out of the picture, it goes to the next best team or the team that performed next best to Man City.
Yeah, the team that performed next best to Man City in 2022-23 was Arsenal. But guess what?
No, but what I'm saying is...
We're in 23-24.
Okay,
it's a new season.
So why Man United? Because you've said why it's not going to be City.
Because that gap is there. This is not me saying definite United are going to win it. But that gap is there for whoever wants to take it. And I believe under Ten Hag, we can be the ones to take it. This is not me saying it's definitely going to happen. But I'm saying like the potential is there for us to do it. As I said, I still think we need a couple more before we can do that. But... the potential is there.
You've said nothing then.
I've not said that.
In your grand scheme of things, you've said nothing.
I put my chips on United.
You haven't gone all in. You said
if we get
a couple players.
Have I said another team can win?
No, you haven't.
I haven't.
But then you've also said like there's a gap there for anyone.
Because they have to be realistic as well. Like,
so be realistic.
I'm being realistic, bro.
And who do you think it is?
I've said United. As long as some things come to fruition, I'm putting my chips on United. Until the wheels fall off, you can put it here stamped on TF3.
All right.
That I put United. Let's move on to top 4. Obviously, United, Arsenal, Newcastle surprise package, and Man City, the champions, were top 4 last season. Do you see a team breaking into that, and who do you see falling out?
I feel like Newcastle's very tough to determine what they're going to be next season because they've strengthened their squad in Harvey Barnes and Tonali, thank you. But is that enough?
Is it enough?
Is it enough? And also Champions League games, how are they going to perform? That's going to take they haven't been there in 2 decades. So I honestly put them 5th. I honestly put them 5th, and I don't want to do that because of. It seems like you're doing that because of heritage and you're just going to put the bigger clubs on top of them. But if we go on just ball, then it should stay as is.
So you're saying stay as it is, yeah? For me,
I really can't call it. I'm really unsure of what Liverpool's gonna be, and I feel like if Liverpool are Liverpool, and if Liverpool are Liverpool in
old days are the old days, bro.
Listen,
old days are the old days.
In this current situation, Liverpool have lost Henderson and they've lost.
They're losing Fabinho.
And they've lost Fabinho. So if they get complete in Lavia is essential, and they also need someone else.
I think Liverpool are gonna need somebody as well that can step in straight away.
Hence why it's turned from if you asked me a couple of weeks ago before those players left, I'd have put Liverpool in there.
Really?
But yeah, 100%. I'd have put Liverpool in there, and I'd have put you lot out of it because you had no Onana, you didn't have a striker. But it's changed again because of the squad, because of everybody's squads. Nothing's confirmed right now, so I would keep it as it is.
You make good points about Newcastle in terms of they've improved with Tonali and Harvey Barnes. No disrespect, but I don't know. I think them playing Champions League and the Premier League, that battle is going to be a jump for that squad because again, they've managed to improve, but they've also lost a true entertainer in Alan Saint-Maximin. a true entertainer. True.
Bro, this is come on, man.
No, that's a like we should really realistically give him his own segment. We're not gonna get to, but we should we need to big up the entertainers. They're the reason we tune into football.
It's not the Globetrotters, man. It's not exhibition football.
No, but
let's come on.
It should be. It should be. But I see Chelsea coming back into it this season. You know.
I completely disagree.
You completely disagree?
I completely disagree.
You don't know I've been big on Pochettino for a long time.
I completely disagree. I feel like the Chelsea, it's good what they're doing over there. It's exciting.
It's too much. It's
too much too soon, man.
Gluttony.
It's too much too soon.
I feel Pochettino's talked
Chelsea's
about
most experienced Premier League midfielder. Who is it?
Gallagher.
That's mad.
I feel like it's Gallagher.
It's Conor Gallagher. You're not wrong.
It's Gallagher.
It is Gallagher.
It's Gallagher.
That's mad.
That's nuts. Who else is in there?
Carney Chukwuemeka, Enzo Fernandez, Conor Gallagher.
That's it. Andre Santos. I think he plays on the wing.
Casady. There's no one. Casady.
Oh, the Italian player.
There's no real.
I think as I said, as we're filming, this is before the season transfer window hasn't finished, and I fully expect Chelsea they still got a couple of departments that they need to address if they're gonna.
It seems like they've concluded Axel Disasi.
Oh, Diassi.
Diassi, sorry, thank you. But another centre back, and obviously they've got Cole, Thiago, Trevor, Fofana's injured. I don't know. There's a lot. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot in the pot. But
for me,
paper,
for me, the history of the Premier League has shown me if you give Pochettino young, up and coming Premier League players to work with, like quality players to work with, but
he gets you top four.
He gets you top four minimum. He gets you top four.
What else does he get you? He gets you no trophy.
Gets your title run.
That means nothing.
Gets your title run.
That means nothing. As you lot told us, it means nothing.
We're talking top four though. We're talking top four.
Yeah, no.
And for me,
I think it's too soon. You don't know that squad.
He's already said as well that he needs to trim the squad. There's too many players, which I 100% agree with. He needs to trim the fat with the squad. But for me,
so who's your four? Huh? So who's your four?
My four is United, City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I'm
You're not rating the Liverpool stuff.
Nah. It's for Gazy.
You're not rating the watch.
It's for Gazy. Nah. I've heard it tick.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's top four, Dad. That's Premier League.
You they sign SpongeBob or.
Okay then.
McAllister. It's like it's nice. It's nice and like the idea of it, but I ain't rocking with it too much. You get it? Like it's not enough for me to like. As I said, I've got my reasons in it. I've seen what Pochettino can do with like. As you said, Chukwuemeka is another midfielder I think could take a massive jump if he's given the trust of Pochettino. I think he was quality at Aston Villa. He lost his way in the mayhem of Chelsea. Like, who wouldn't? What 18-year-old, 19-year-old wouldn't? But I think he's another one that has potential to make a massive jump next season. Player of the season. Not Haaland.
Oh, so all awards mean we can't include him?
No. I'm a go
because player of the season actually it's always if Haaland scores a plethora of goals again, he goes to the top.
Yeah, it's like everyone picking Haaland for the FPL. We know everyone's gonna put Haaland in the FPL team. Yeah. Let's imagine a world where Haaland isn't there.
So Haaland excluded.
Haaland excluded.
That's gonna be the title. Haaland excluded.
I know, man.
Go on.
MR10. It's the season. It's like there's been still. I feel like he's been building to this moment though. Like he's gone through the breakout as a young player.
It's like 27, bro. How old is the
chill
now,
out. Let me get my monologue off.
You mean that
he break out of it? He broke out as a young 18-year-old, just raw, fresh.
The reason you still think he's young is because he's still got a Mohican.
He's 25, bro.
Because he's still got a Mohican. Listen, bro. Listen.
Chill on his haircut, bro. He's got a lot better. He's got a lot better, boy. He's got a lot better.
He's not MR anything season.
He's MR10, bro.
So what does that look like? 20 goals, 20 Prem goals?
Yeah, 20 Prem goals. Got 17 last season.
How many assists?
I'll go for 8 assists.
Okay. So and you feel that means what does that get you?
That gets you player of the season.
And in your eyes, it gets you the league.
It's a start. We need more.
No, you said
it doesn't get us the league. That alone doesn't get us the league.
No, but I mean like it will contribute to you winning the league, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think
sorry.
The storyline's there, man. He's gone through the ups and then went through the down, and he's started that trajectory to get back up. And all he needs is that next leap, that next one that's gonna take him to the moon. I think is this season.
I don't think it's this season. I think Rashford's.
You think Rashford's peaked?
Yeah, he could stay there.
You could stay there.
He could stay at that level,
You
but
ain't got a clue. You ain't got.
Alright.
You ain't got a Scooby. You
Alright,
ain't got
bet. I'm not.
This story's
but
being
no
written.
one's scared of Rashford. I think that's the thing. No one's scared of Rashford.
We saw what he did when he put you lot on a poster last season. You look keep talking on my
When?
boy, man.
When
Put
we
you lot on a poster.
when we won 3-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
don't do
I was trying to think of the match, right? Because you didn't score in the disallowed goal. That was Anthony, I swear. So.
No, he scored. He scored twice. He scored twice in the Old
And
Trafford
the disallowed one. The one that
Ju-
the referees apologized.
Yeah.
The one that the referee said sorry for.
Yeah.
It's calm.
That one's when he scored two. Put
Yeah, it's
Ben
calm,
White on
man.
his bum.
It's calm.
Who was
Stop
it?
touching me, though.
What?
Stop touching my camera. Yeah, I don't know. I can't look past Odegaard.
Odegaard.
Yeah,
Fair
I
play.
can't look past Odegaard. I felt like he was not robbed, but if the season went the way Arsenal fans would have planned it to go, he would have ended up with obviously the player of the season. I can't look past Odegaard personally.
Do you think he'll repeat that?
Yeah, 100%.
It's repeatable.
I don't think it was a fluke. Technically, come on, and the cream rises to the top, and technically he's up there.
He is.
Because if you're being put in conversations with De Bruyne, not just by Arsenal fans, but just in general, everyone said, "Oh, him and De Bruyne have been peak." It's not.
Prisoner of the moment hype though.
I don't believe so.
So you're going Odegaard.
Yeah,
Fair play. He's gonna get relegated this season, Shemi. I know Luton's
I love
going-
him because
Luton's
I
going
love
back
him
down.
because I've been doing the doc on them. But Luton Town,
Luton's going back down.
it's
They got a nice.
tough.
They got a nice.
It's gonna be tough
They got
for
some
them.
stories in there. They got some
It's
good
got
stories.
yeah. It's gonna be tough for them, and obviously they recruit wisely. They're gonna try. They're not just gonna try and break the. They've already got a plan with the money in which they're getting from coming up, so they're not gonna just literally
Are
throw
they
that.
building a new stadium?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, but they're redoing the
Is there
stand.
space in Luton to build a new stadium?
They found space.
They found
They
space.
found
Is it
space.
on the
It's
way?
down the road. It's like it's down the road. It's on the way.
Sky Shemi exclusive right here.
No,
fam.
it's
Sky
not. That's not
Shemi.
because you look literally read that on Google. Like it's
Sky
not a
Shemi.
secret.
Sky
But
Shemi.
yeah, nah. Honestly, I think they're going back down, but they're here for a good time. I feel like they're gonna surprise some people at Kenilworth Road.
Should we
There's
Should we make a journey?
You won't get tickets.
I won't get tickets.
No, that's
you don't know
stadium. No, stadium sits 8,000. There's literally a scramble for tickets,
You don't know my
and they've got
plugs,
like
man.
40,000
You don't know
fans.
my plugs.
Luton's gonna go down. I don't know if they're gonna be dead last, but they're gonna go down with a couple of surprises at Kenilworth Road. I think it's time to go for Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Ooh.
I think it's Lopetegui. They're here for a good time or a long time, and really and truly, nothing at Wolves. For me, the teams that I always
They've
feel like should
refreshed
go,
it a little bit.
the
They got the
teams that I
money
think
from
should always
Neves.
go down. No,
They got the Neves money. Who else did they sign?
I can't even tell you.
I couldn't
But
tell you
my
still.
thing is, the teams that don't excite you or you don't look forward to watching are the teams that always feel like.
It might be your time this season.
So Wolves, question is also on Palace because Prem teams do this thing where they give managers who are on interim contracts, if you do well, Prem teams don't like parting ways and agreeing to contracts. They're like, you know what? You deserve an extension. Uncle didn't deserve Uncle Roy didn't deserve an extension. He deserved one.
That was lazy by Palace.
It was lazy. It was lazy.
Like,
And-
speaking to
and-
Palace fans, it's been like that's the like as in there's no. It doesn't feel like there's a plan at Palace right
There's
now.
not.
It
It's
doesn't feel like
vibes.
there's a.
Giving extending Roy Hodgson contract by a year was pure vibes. Nothing unless you're gonna say he's picking the next manager like Fergie, like just extending it for a year. For what?
It's
What
like
are you
realistically,
doing?
like you need to take the plunge now. Get your manager.
Why
in.
there's no plan? Zaha's gone. Elise's linked to
And they
Man
waited
City.
so long.
And
They waited so
Bro,
long for Zaha.
Elise's linked to Man City and he might go. And Eze's linked as well. You've
I
lost.
think Eze's got 2 years left on his contract as well. He doesn't want to sign.
I don't
a
know.
new one.
Palace are in serious trouble.
That's an underrated one. Because I've been speaking to Palace fans this summer, and it's just been like you waited all that time for Zaha to make the decision. That fair enough. As a club legend, he deserves the time to make that decision. But it doesn't feel as if there was any sort of like contingency plans for when it happened. I think they signed a Brazilian youngster now for 30
I feel
million
like
euros.
the last. Sorry to cut you off. So I think I wouldn't say Palace, but I just gave them an honourable mention. I felt like the last team. So it's going to be Luton, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I think Sheffield's going straight back down. I don't think just like how they came up the first time and they were COVID. They played very, very well when they come sixth
If any
or
Sheffield
seventh.
United fans watch this, they're gonna hate you for calling them Sheffield. You know, I
Oh,
learned
sorry,
that's a big
Sheffield
thing.
United.
It's a
Sorry,
big thing.
Sheffield United because
hate
it's
it.
Wednesday, innit? But apologies. Yeah, so I feel like they're going straight back down. Don't think there's a Not that I don't think there's a plan there. I don't know if they're quality. I don't know the depth of
They
their
sold
squad.
Njai as well.
Yeah, and they
today.
sold in.
That's
Yeah,
like,
so
for me, that was a
so
nail in the
them
coffin.
three. So Luton, Sheffield, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. I think was going down.
I've got two of yours in my one. I agree. Luton, Sheffield United, going back down. The fact that Luton are basically banned championship quality, which again, there's great stories in there, but I just don't think they have the quality to keep up in the Premier League. Sheffield United, Njai was like the needle mover for me. If he stayed, I could see him like having one of those seasons where he carries them to safety. But now that he's gone, I think they'll be hard to replace that sort of quality.
Yeah.
My final one's a bit outside the box. I think West Ham's going down, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. I think
They performed well in pre-season.
they ain't reinvested any of that Declan Rice money. They're going to be like
The
running
thing is,
around
everyone's
towards the
squeezing them,
deadline.
and but
They should.
here's the saving grace for West Ham. There ain't gonna be three teams. There's gonna be three teams worse than West Ham this season. That's the save. That's what, just like Palace. There's gonna be three teams worse. You can't tell me Luton and
I
Sheffield.
think last season the Conference League hid a lot of the like poor season that West Ham had. Like again, like last season,
But then the thing is, when you look at the last standings on the final day, they were clear by like 6-7 points.
yeah, two.
Do you get what I mean? So they weren't in the grand scheme of things. They weren't close.
Like, now they've lost Declan Rice. If they don't reinvest that properly and get something like, because last season Declan Rice was pretty much
Okay,
holding that midfield.
I'll ask you this question: what's Everton done?
Nothing, but they've got Sean Dash. Like if I'm going to Wolf for someone, I'm like, and I need to pick who, I'm picking Sean
Okay,
Dash.
touche,
I'm picking Sean Dash.
touche. So, but you're not taking Moyes, a former Man United manager.
No.
Okay, cool.
Now, in most cases, I would like Moyes is not a bad choice. But if you're talking about a war, like you need to pick your commander to go to war.
You're not going war from David Moyes.
You know, I'm picking Sean Dash because he's gonna get me a 1-0 win. He might get me a 1-1 at Goodison Park against Man United. I could easily see that, calmly see that. But if you need a manager to pull them sort of results out when your team needs them, I'm going Sean Dash all day.
So your three was, just to clarify,
Sheffield United, Luton Town, West Ham.
Oof.
Yeah.
I could get you jumped.
First manager to get sacked.
Apologies, producer, for blowing into the mic. I know that's not going to go down well on the audio. First manager to get sacked. I had this on the tip of my...
I think you said his
I
name
had it on
already.
the tip of my tongue.
I think you mentioned him already.
Roy, Uncle Roy.
Nah. But as Palace can't sack him because they don't have like. That's a backup plan. So if you sack him, you ain't got.
What's saving David Moyes is the fact that he's won them.
Yeah.
They ain't won anything in like 60, 70 years.
Like I'll see West Ham fans on the thing just still slating Moyes. I'm like, bro, I get he's like not the greatest manager, but he's literally giving you the best moment you've had as a West Ham fan. Like there's not a West Ham fan that can tell me they've had a better moment. Maybe when they went 3-2 up against Liverpool in 2006. Maybe. That's as good as it got. Everything else has been like, when Dimitri Payet scored the mad free kick against Crystal Palace. Like it had many moments. Like David Moyes has literally given you your best moment.
Would Forest lose patience?
Nah. He's earned that.
I can't think of anyone outside Roy Hodgson.
I don't know whether Lopetegui gets sacked or if he walks up, but if they don't, like, because I remember him speaking last season and saying we need like reinforcements, we need like to improve the quality of the squad.
Yeah, he's quite rogue.
If Wolves don't get him the players,
he's quite rogue in terms. Yeah, so
I can imagine him.
I can agree. I think we can
out.
come to a conclusion on Lopetegui.
All right, Lopetegui. What was the last one? Oh, we won't get to do the full video today, but what's a underrated stock that you're going to be investing in this season?
Diaby at Villa.
Oh, it's not bad. How much did he go for?
Diaby at
55?
Villa. And I don't know, does this count as underrated? Jackson, Chelsea.
Nico Jackson. Yeah, you could get something. You could get
them two.
You could get a nice flip on that.
Them two, I'm thinking, especially Nico Jackson, I was thinking, okay. Chelsea might be on to sign. Chelsea might be on to sign with this one.
You know what Poch does with a young striker as well?
You and this Poch thing, it's got a chill, man. You went for Ten Hag, man.
What I'm saying, huh?
You went for Eric Ten Hag. Come on, even I asked you, you said, you know what?
Yeah, no, I can still appreciate a manager from the sidelines. Cool. I can still appreciate.
Fair enough. No, I'll go Nico Jackson and Diaby at Villa.
All right.
And obviously Timber.
Fair enough. I ain't even going to say it.
How many?
It's random.
What was that? Is 3 too much? Or
No,
what was the
it's not
issue?
too much. I was just like, what made you want to invest in some timber stock? Like, what have you seen so far? On this question, I'm just curious. You ain't got
No,
nothing.
no. Wait,
Just
wait,
an
no,
Arsenal-
wait.
just
Let me
an Arsenal
finish.
side.
Then.
You
Let me
ain't got nothing.
let me
You ain't got
finish. Let me.
nothing.
You can't ask me a question that took over
You
me,
ain't
bro.
got nothing.
The fact that he plays many positions. It was funny.
Utility high, get out of here.
Go ahead, then. What's yours quickly?
I'm investing in some Gibbs White stock. I've had some for a while now.
Is that that ain't like
That's underrated.
that's
Because his last season he was bubbling. It was bubbling.
it's not on the dip though. That's like
It's not on the dip.
That's
It's not on the dip, but it's
expensive
not there
already.
yet.
Like it's expensive already.
It's
Like,
not expensive.
That ain't no secret.
It's a bit
Gibbs
expensive.
White, like, oh yeah, let me get some Haaland stock. Like what?
How is that the same?
No, but like-
if I invest in Brendan Johnson stocks, is oh
That's
wow.
that. Like you're saying, man. Look at who I named.
cool,
Look at who I named, and then look at what your man said. Gibbs.
You said
White.
Timber. You said Timber.
Yeah,
He's
what's
played
wrong
in the
with Tim?
Champions League before.
So.
How is
But you're
Timber
not. But you're
stock-
not expecting Timber to come and be like, oh, like world beater. Because even back when Saliba was playing back in the day, and I was like, oh no, the stock's mad on him. He was playing at a high level already.
Wait, do you mean back when you signed him in 2019? Or
When we did the video, and you were like, oh, and I said Mbappe centre backs.
okay, yeah.
Exactly. So like, give us something. Like, show us something. Give us some insight, bro. You can't be saying Gibbs White. Like, Forest fans are looking at you, and Wolves fans are like, yeah, we know he went for 40 mil. Like, what do you mean?
Cool.
Could have even said Barnes. I think Barnes is less.
I'm not investing in no Barnes. That's a nice player, but I'm not investing in those stocks. I'm not investing in those stocks in that. I'm gonna go. Is Andre Onana? Is that? I think he can make a jump.
The Golden Glove winner at the Champions League.
No. Everton's Onana.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant you lot sold on. I was gonna say, oh god. Okay.
Is that too expensive?
That works.
That too expensive. I feel like he had a dip like. Nah, but he had a dip last season. Like it started off high, but then it dipped. So I feel like
Alright, you got one more for us before we lock off. You should have bought your pen and paper, man.
Should have.
This was you couldn't have gone off the dome like you know what I mean.
Yours, I picked Arsenal's and that. I'm not even
I
happy
said
if you.
three players:
Who's the first two that you said?
Nico Jackson,
Yeah.
and I said Diaby at Villa.
I'm gonna go. Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say that earlier. I
Go Chukwuemeka.
thought you put down your pen and paper.
Thank you, guys. This has been the final third 2023-24 prediction show. We're in for a hell of a season for the Premier League. If you haven't already, when I asked you the first time,
Why are you shouting?
this is important. They need to hear it.
Go on.
If you haven't already, when I asked you the first time, you're a bum. But I'm going to forgive you if you go and subscribe now. Make sure you like the video. Share it
Please.
with a mate.
Please
Have a great. I don't even know what day is this going to release.
have a great week.
No, you got to be more specific. They deserve more.
Have a
Just say have a great week.
Have a great weekday.
That's a mad weekday.
Yeah, we don't know when it's 5 weekdays. Would just be better to be on the weekdays
Nah,
than the
you wanna
weekends.
you want to give them something. You know what? We'll go with someone. Have a great weekday. Who's ever said have a great weekday? Cool, man. Say that. And see ya.
David De Gea, 7 shots on target,
He said
7
looking like
goals.
he's trying
You're in
to
goal.
wing this one into
Let's
the top.
go! Oh, play now!
Oh, he's late it.
It's him! It's him! It's him!